Hello, my name is Anna Sterling, and today I'm going to inform you about my favorite band, The Garden, which is also a band that I think is highly underrated, and more people should know about them. So it all started in 2011 when identical twin brothers Wyatt and Fletcher Shears decided, hey, let's start a band. So they started a band in their hometown of Orange County, California. Now, you can't really put their music in just one specific box. They experiment with everything from rock, punk, rap, and pop. Their music has touched people from all over the world, including Canada, the US, Europe, Asia, and Australia. They've been touring those countries since 2012, which is when they first became public, when their music was getting popular, and they debuted their first album called Everything is Perfect. Now in 2013, they came out with two more albums, The Life and Times of a Paperclip and Rules. So The Garden was finally becoming more popular. They were able to perform at actual events, and their albums Ha Ha in 2015 and You Want the Scoop in 2018 became super popular. So now I'm going to dive into when their whole Jester craze started to happen. So they debuted the album Mirror Might Steal Your Charm, and a lot of songs in that were based on being a jester, being an entertainer. They always said they loved to entertain. They felt like their audience were their kings and queens and they wanted to entertain. And at their shows, they normally would come up dressed in a full jester outfit, and then people started to show up wearing those similar jester outfits. Then finally, in 2020, their album Kiss My Super Bowl Ring came out right before the pandemic hit. So another huge part of The Garden is the term Vada Vada. So Vada Vada is basically a term they made to create a space where all their music and other creations come from. Vada Vada represents basically just total freedom and not apologizing for what you're creating and having no boundaries or guidelines on what you could create. And essentially all of their art and creations comes from Vada Vada. And currently they're on their Kiss My Super Bowl Ring tour, which is going on across the US and Canada, and I am actually going to be seeing them in November. I'm very excited. Alongside with The Garden, they each have their own individual projects. So Wyatt Shears created Enjoy, which is a band consisting of him, his girlfriend, and one of his best friends, and they're starting to actually build popularity just like The Garden did. And then Fletcher Shears just sings by himself, calling it Puzzle. That's what he calls his solo project, and it is also really taking off. Now, I hope this gave you some insight of what The Garden is, and I really encourage you all to try and listen to The Garden because their music is something that I've never heard before, and I feel like they have a little bit of everything for anyone.